Swift Jane.
Just the same, Mary Jane.
Whoa,
Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel alright.
She makes my heart sing, and when I'm feeling lonely,
she comes with no surprise.
Zach, can you leave that folder? Is there room on the floor underneath there? That journal you just had?
Ooh.
That's mine. I don't want to forget it.
Oh, this
do
is
you
yours?
love
Yeah.
me, Mary Jane?
Mary Jane.
Oh, do you, do you, do you, do you, do you,
That's
do
the name of the
you,
song. He's like,
do you think you?
Literally, bro. This is so funny.
I can see him in the studio doing that shit too.
Bro, that's how it sounds, bro. That's how it fucking sounds.
You probably do that.
Yo, speaking of gas, I'm about to have some fucking premium unleaded on
Hey.
Friday. Some stupid, super
Why are you
duper,
lying, bro?
super duper wapty.
Mike does not sell
Wait, you
drugs.
actually like?
I sure don't.
You smoke?
He's
gas,
talking
though?
about gasoline, like, for cars.
Speaking
We're
of
talking about
selling
petroleum,
drugs,
dog.
how about that
Petroleum.
testimony, or not the testimony, but the key witness in the case in Dallas?
Bro, that's what I was talking
I'm
about.
sick.
Oh,
Of,
you talking
I'm
about the one that
He
sick.
got murdered right
Murdered,
after he
dog.
testified, bro.
I'm
Nerd.
sick of people acting like racism doesn't exist. I'm sick
I'm sick
of
of
all of it, bro. It's all fucked. America,
of it.
do better.
Do
Dallas,
better.
do better. I
Our
already don't.
government-
I already didn't like Dallas. Now I super don't like
I
Dallas.
super don't like Dallas.
Yeah,
Fuck
the
Dallas,
whole
nigga.
thing about like their
Dallas,
hearing
nigga. I
was
don't
is
give a
that like
fuck
they
about
asked the
Dallas.
question
Sorry,
like, did she just come in? He's like, yes. Did she say like freeze, put your hands up? No, like she literally just came in
Shot.
and shot the guy.
Yeah, but she said that in her own testimony. Like he was just
Honestly, I
verifying
didn't watch
everything
none
that
of
was
this
said. Yeah. It was just literally the
When
facts.
was this?
Oh, maybe a week
This-
ago?
this
Maybe
past
4
week,
days
yeah.
ago?
I
5
missed
days
that
ago?
shit.
Within the
Yeah.
last few days, yeah.
I missed
It
that.
might have been
Homeboy
Wednesday
who
of last
testified
week.
against what was her name?
Amber or something?
Yeah,
I missed that shit.
yeah.
the
He
lady
got
officer.
he got killed. Which,
Yeah, but even worse than that is like the frame behind the murder. They're saying that it was a drug deal gone bad, and they accuse they said 4 people from 4 hours or people from 4 hours away drove to his house.
But they identified the driver yet? Because last article I said it said they hadn't even identified the driver.
Hey, you got a grinder? Can you pass
Oh.
me that blue grinder right there?
No, I don't know if they have any suspects. I just knew that they claimed it was a drug deal gone bad. They had weed in his apartment, but the person left the weed and the money, so it doesn't make any sense
No
at
sense
all.
Dude, shit is.
Yeah. No,
Are
like
we,
you said, you want to act like that doesn't exist.
Are we recording?
Yeah, shit is suspect. Yeah, we are
Oh,
recording.
bet. Motherfucking bet.
Shit
Let me,
is everything is so suspect. The I don't know, man. It's just like we were
Bro,
talking about
we
earlier
lied to
before
you.
the podcast started. Just like I don't know. It's so easy to manipulate the masses
And the
because
media,
media
dude.
and
Fuck, yeah.
and screens are such a big thing these days. It's so easy to manipulate everybody, and it's like.
Bro,
People don't even realize. And then when you tell people, when you're the one person that has the balls to stand out and say, hey, this shit is fucked up, all the brainwashed people are like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about? That's
you're
not what we
weird.
learned. That's not what we were taught. That can't be true. We already learned that wasn't the truth, so there's no way that can be the truth. Like, well, you learned, like, who taught you that shit?
Dude, have you ever watched The Matrix over again as an adult
Bruh.
and then thought,
I have not.
damn,
Yes.
this actually makes a lot more sense, and I could definitely see this being a real fucking thing in the real world right now, right fucking now, literally.
The craziest thing about rewatching The Matrix, they say in the movie, they say that, so basically, if you're not big in The Matrix, they say that the world,
No,
like
have
the,
to.
the pretty world that we live in, where humans walk around and go to work and everything, is
like
a
that.
simulation.
Yeah.
It's not real.
We're
And
all
the
hooked
real
up to
world is
machines.
us all hooked up to machines, right? And what really blows my mind is they say that this happened due to the rise of artificial intelligence in the 21st century, and that shit's happening right now.
Right
And
now,
when was
they're
that
making
movie
robots.
When was that movie made? Let's look it up right now.
Early 2000s.
What, The Matrix?
No, it had to
Late-
be. It
late
might have even been
90s?
before that,
No,
Maybe
bro.
like 98, 99.
I was like it was late
No.
90s, early 2000s.
When
I
did
thought
The
it was
Matrix
like
come out?
2000 latest. No way it's in the 90s.
Matrix came out in the United States of America on March 31st, 1999.
Yeah, late
Damn.
90s.
1999, bro.
Yeah.
And they're saying that the world went into peril because of the rise of artificial intelligence in the 21st century. In the 20th century is when they're saying that. And now we're in the 21st century and artificial intelligence is blowing the fuck up and people are distracted as fuck and people are being manipulated by the masses and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude, I agree with
I
you.
agree.
The introduction to artificial intelligence into the everyday household is going to be an interesting tango. I
Right.
feel like, I mean, they're going to do it in like a cute, funny way. I think it's going to be like little toys for kids. Like, here's your best friend. And it's like an AI robot that's like, I mean,
Alexa
an AI
Go?
robot.
Already?
Right? They're starting it, but I'm
Alexa's
talking about arms and legs, like walking around
Yeah.
your house, and
No,
it's
I agree.
free thinking.
Yeah.
See, it's crazy.
My bad. I just watched a movie the other day about Robin Williams was actually in it. It's called Bicentennial Man. Have you ever seen that movie?
Bicentennial Man?
Bicentennial Man.
Oh, dude,
Great
I forgot
watch.
my
So
fucking-
basically, it's his AI robot, and he comes in, and like this dude makes a lot of them, right? He comes in, and he's a housemaid, and he's like a legit robot. Looks like a robot, right?
You know what?
And then, as the years go on, they start talking about like stuff, and he's like he adapts these like emotions as a robot,
Let me see.
and nobody even thought that he would adapt these emotions as a robot, right? So he adapts these emotions, and
that movie.
he goes off, and it gets to where he's so like intellectual that like he's like, I'm gonna go out in the world and experience the world because like that's what he wanted to do, and like his family gave him like the rights. They're like, yeah, you can go do that because we love you, and like they
Fucking,
treated him like a person. They treated him like a person. It was crazy. So he goes off and he like goes off in the world and shit, comes back, and everything's like different. Like people have aged and like died and moved on, and he's like, what's going on and shit, and they're like, oh, well, this is our new family member, and this same family lived in the house for like
Of all
generations at a
I'm
time.
so sorry, bro. I
So-
didn't think it was gonna go that far.
Basically, what it is, like over the course of his like 200-year life,
That's my bad.
he falls in love with one of like the granddaughters or whatever. He like falls in love with this artist. She's grown. It's like she was
My
a
bad,
granddaughter
bro.
at one point, but like she's grown. Blah 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 blah. Blah. But basically, he like changes his like metalness to like a like skin, and he makes himself and he looks human, and it's like Robert Williams,
definitely
but
seen
he's
that
still
movie.
playing as a robot, and he's like in front of like the U.S. Council, like I want to be a human, like I want human rights and this, and they're like, you'll always be a machine, you'll always be a man, and he was like, but I feel this, and they're like, that's okay, and he's like, well, don't you have like an artificial like kidney, don't you have this now, and they're like, yeah, he's like, so aren't you somewhat like artificial, and they're like, yes, but you can't die, you're immortal, humans aren't immortal, and so crazy ass shit happens, so he hears all that shit. He goes back to this like the scientist that like created him and shit, and like all the other ones are, like that like his model like kind of like died off. He gets real like human blood, and they like somehow like transfuse it, get like this like artificial heart and stuff, so that he can like age and so he can pass away. But it's literally starts off as an artificial robot, a house servant, and then he goes 200 years until he literally dies like a human because he wanted to be a human so bad.
Yeah, it's just weird, man.
That's curious to me. I mean, that's a wild story.
Yeah.
But my question
movie's
is,
crazy.
if AI technology is what I expect it to be, I don't think they would want to be human. I feel like they would see themselves as
Yeah.
better than human. Like they're like the evolution
yeah.
of humanity.
Mhm.
So
Let me plug back in here.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just like the movie was like a weird concept of like with like first starting. This was like in 1998 or something like that when this movie was made.
yeah, I
It's-
feel you.
It's hard. I feel like it would be hard to replicate like emotion because
Yeah.
I watched this documentary on like monkeys and like one of the big differences between like primates and humans, according to this documentary, was that basically like like they aren't they basically they did an experiment and they had monkeys basically like they would show them a combination of numbers and then they would have them basically like type in the numbers in the exact order that they saw it, and like monkeys could see it for like 0.5 seconds or like a few seconds and then memorize the whole thing and get it all accurate, where humans couldn't even do the same thing. And the point that they were trying to exaggerate is that like animals like that, animals that are survival based, they only like they don't think about the future. They don't think about the past. They think about what's in front of them right in that moment, and they think about what they have to do to survive in those moments and shit like that. And, you know, they don't have the same ability to like, you know, be as emotional or as us, or like think about the future, or like have imagination pretty much. So it's like I feel like that would be a hard thing to replicate in AI, is like the imagination part of it, because you can program something to know as much information as possible and like gather as much data and have a certain voice and stuff like that, but it's hard to program something to have its own imagination, you know. And I feel like that's going to be the hardest thing to like for AI to like replicate humans. Like, how are you going to give AI imagination?
Okay, so basically in the movie, this is how he like learned emotions, because the guy was like, you can't do this is like this, and the robot like learned the emotions, because he was like, yeah, this is why people like this and act like this, and so he was perfect. And so Bicentennial Man.
That boy rolling up a fucking log.
Rolling up a log.
Chill out, Abraham Lincoln. God damn.
Chill, you fucking Eminem.
DJ Mr. Lincoln.
All right, can I get these fucking intros in? Are y'all done talking about that?
Intros.
Yeah, I got an
Like,
intro.
who
Man.
are
I got
you?
it prepared, ready?
All right, let's do it. What's up? Let's hear it.
You ready for my drop? Here it is.
Shut the fuck.
Impressive.
The most valuable. The most valuable. All right, let me just do an introduction, bro. What's up? The most valuable episode 3. What are we at 3, right?
What up,
3?
bitch?
This is episode 3.
Numero 3.
Welcome.
I'm gonna talk
I got
only
the guys
in Spanish
with me.
this time. Head ass.
Like I said, I got the guys with me.
The boys.
Kuna Lakai, Jared Couch, Weird City. Cameraman Hermanos could make it today.
Hermanos.
He's here in spirit.
Hey, news just in. I'm going by Mike D now again. I'm going back to old MICD. Old me is back. I'm here. Mike
So
D.
no
You can
more-
call me Mike D.
So, what was it before?
It was Weird City Kid.
Oh, so you're just back to... Oh, so you're like...
I'm back to OG
Yeah.
Mike D,
no
baby.
more Weird City
Mike D,
Kid?
baby.
Weird City Kid still gonna be my
Wait,
my,
this
my
is
handle, my
breaking news,
Instagram
bro.
tag,
Hold
my
up,
my
hold
Twitter
up.
tag. But I'm going back to OG Mike D. Before pre Weird City Entertainment, pre business, all passion, all music, all grind. You know, with my homies, with the close ones, close circle. None of the extra shit on top. Just us and what we do best.
So
Going back to my roots,
I guess
baby.
my question is like, was this like a moment where it was just like a, like ding, like I'm Mike D, or was
I'm
it like
fucking
a,
Mike D.
or were you simmering on it, like maybe I should change
Damn,
my
I've been trying to
name,
be
maybe
back
I'm
to Mike
like,
D, bro.
yeah.
So
Spit the truth, bro. What's up?
basically, why I originally changed my name to Weird City Kid was to be more closely, I guess, branded to Weird City Entertainment. And in that time of my life, obviously, you guys were with me through the whole time, so y'all kind of saw what I went through. I went through, you know, a lot of awesome shit, and then a lot of not so awesome shit.
Yeah.
And I felt like in the time that I was going through all of that shit, I was really putting a lot of focus on the people around me and trying to fully invest myself in other people and like the programs I was dealing with and like the money and like the status and like all these other things that like previous to that I didn't give a fuck about. Like I didn't give a fuck about the money. I didn't give a fuck about my status or like my image. I didn't give a fuck about, you know, I was purely grinding for me and like the people that I love, bringing people into the studio, trying to put them on, trying to, you know, give other people a platform. And I feel like now I'm trying to, after I basically took a break from all the business, all that side of it, and like tried to remember why I did it in the first place. So
It's a fucking...
I feel that though.
It's a story, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Mike D, you heard it here first. A man of the people.
Mike D, I'm back, baby.
MICD, baby.
I'm back, baby.
How's everybody's weekend? Are we enjoying the weather?
Man,
the weather
I'm happy
change.
it cooled off.
Yeah,
That's-
bro, my balls aren't sweating 24/7 anymore. So
Man,
that's great,
There was a time where I would literally walk outside and my balls would just... bleh.
dude. Literally, before like 2 days ago, every time I stood up, it was like I'd have to detach my left testicle from the seat
Oh
and
my
then my right
God,
one,
bro.
and then stand up.
Okay, your balls are not that
All right,
big,
the only thing
buddy.
I don't like about
Bitch,
the weather
please.
change.
We all... No.
That's
You're
not what
supposed to
tape.
open
No,
how
I'm
you
playing. I'm
dick.
saying. Let me not.
Dude, there was a
Let me stop.
time where like I don't need nigga, you don't even want to like go take out your trash. Like I don't even want some. There was times like I don't even
Catch a
want to let
heat
my
stroke.
dog out. Like I don't want some hot ass air coming in, nigga.
You open the back door, you close it right back.
Fuck. God
The
damn.
only thing I don't like about the weather change is that like I never really had allergies, But I woke up literally like the day after it got cold and my fucking throat was hurting. I was like, fuck.
I got allergies
Especially
like a
here
bitch,
in
bro.
Austin, bro.
My shit
All
is
that
fucked.
cedar and that ragweed, like.
Bro, my allergies
Yeah, my
are
throat's
so
been fucked.
fucked.
I'll show you ragweed.
Please
Oh,
don't.
please don't.
I'll show you this
We
gas.
got enough of that in Lubbock.
Everybody had a good
Looking
feeling?
at
Guys, how we feeling? How's everybody's? How we doing? How's October been for you?
it. Just started.
Good. It's
Started.
about to end. Fuck you talking about?
Started. October.
No, I'm just
Nigga,
fucking with
it's-
you. I'm just kidding. Next thing you know, it's about to end, bro. Chill.
October's a huge transition month, honestly.
It honestly, especially with weather, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Weather for sure. I'm working ACL again this weekend, and it literally rains every single year that I've worked and that I've been.
11-11, make a wish.
Literally.
Middle school.
Don't tell us your wish. Does everybody make a wish?
Got you.
I wish that 11-11 wasn't really the thing, and people would stop telling me 11-11 make a wish.
I'm going to leave now.
But yeah, like I said with ACL, bro, it literally rains every fucking year, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. But the weather, I'm about this.
Yeah.
I just like the transition. Like I like the transition weather
Yeah,
because
man.
once it drops below 60, I'm like, yo,
Wow.
it's cold, my nigga.
Can I bring up a random topic real quick?
Go ahead, Mike.
What y'all think about Zion Williamson? Is he the truth?
He played one game.
Bro, I'm not going to talk about any
Last-
summer league shit.
Zion scores 29 and Pelicans come back.
He plays with the Pelicans.
I mean, I think
Look,
he's
I'm
real.
gonna say this
If
right
you
Is
now.
saw
he
him-
real or is
if
he
you
hype?
watch him
Is
in
he
college,
Alonzo? Is he
that's-
Alonzo or is he LeBron? Is he
Okay,
Alonzo or
Lonzo?
LeBron?
What was
Whoa.
Lonzo? What would you
I
say?
don't
Lonzo?
wanna
A flop?
Flop.
Okay.
I mean, I think you could compare what he's about to do this rookie season to what LeBron did his rookie season. I don't think he's
having
developed
mic
his
problems.
shot yet, but he's stupid athletic and he's dummy competitive. You could say that for sure. Like you saw
I'm
what he
gonna-
did in college.
I'm gonna say it right now. I do not think Zion. It's gonna take him at least a year to get really in depth with the Pelicans and start making real progress.
I disagree. I think they'll hit the playoffs this year and he'll like win some games.
Well,
Think so?
No.
Playoffs?
That's a
Playoffs?
bold
Playoffs.
statement.
No.
In the
He got a
East?
lot of
In the
competition.
East?
Yeah, he
No
is.
way.
But they
No.
got a squad though.
No. Mm-mm.
All right.
No.
We'll see.
No way.
I'm not gonna say anything. I agree with David about like his athleticism. How
That's
he
what
is.
I'm
He's a
saying.
freak. I
Oh,
agree,
yeah,
but like
we're-
I'm not gonna say anything until I actually see him play in some real NBA games against some real teams.
Also,
He's
some
got, like-
real grown ass men.
Yo,
He's got
competitive.
like
shit. Yeah, no.
Westbrook,
Hall of
like
Fame,
LeBron levels of athleticism.
Don't belittle the competitive nature.
No,
of
I don't doubt
Zion
that at all.
Williamson.
But he's not.
But that-
He's not at Kentucky anymore, and two, he's in a completely
He
different
went to
league.
Duke.
I mean, Duke. Sorry.
You know, number
And
one
he's-
school. Number one school. We get it.
And it's a completely different league. I don't care what number one you're in, what team you play.
I'm just saying, you pass that man the ball anywhere near the free throw line, he gets 1 or 2 steps, he's up.
He's up
That's
and
it.
gone. He up and away.
He's up.
I don't
Bro,
think so,
he's
bro.
gonna be stupid.
I'm excited.
I hope
I'm
he's
excited
not-
for the
I'm
NBA
always
this
like
year in
Giants, though.
general.
I don't
I
wanna
can't
talk
wait.
anybody up.
I can say that I don't think he'll be a flop. I think 10 years from now, we gonna look back at his career and be like, whoa, like Kevin Garnett type.
I think so too. I'm excited for him.
I like KG. I'm a KG fan.
Oh, KG's top 10, easy. He's been one of my
KG,
favorite.
one of them fucking shit talkers.
He's one of my. He's been one of my favorite.
Yeah, but he
players,
could back
for
it
sure.
up.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
play,
big
he
facts.
ball.
Yeah, he'll slap the shit out you.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. All right, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something real controversial, and this is gonna rub people a long way. So fucking buckle your seatbelt.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
So there's this video that's been running around on Twitter, and it's a conversation that a lot of people have had, I'm sure, and it's already been discussed and talked about. But there's a video on Twitter, and I was gonna try to attempt to find it, but I feel like that's just gonna waste of time. There's a video on Twitter. Long story short, it is a girl, guys in a booth. Girls they're arguing, whatever, and guy just hits him, and not just hits him. He just like she starts just whop,
Girl hits guy, right?
whop, girl hits guy, just walking on him.
And what does the guy do?
He doesn't do anything. This guy, literally, I mean, we've all seen videos where like girls hitting guys and he just takes it. But then this video, the girl's whopping him, and then he might have like moved away or whatever, and then he does one swing, knocks her to the ground, and everybody has a fucking fiasco. A fucking fiasco. And then it's like the guy's getting beat up and fucking, everyone's just like, how could you hit a woman, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm honestly sick and tired of. It's mostly women, I think. It's no, not really. It's people in general that, it's like women getting hit, especially when it's that kind of situation. That is just frowned upon. I'm not about that at all.
So what's your opinion on as far as
My
guys hitting girls? What is your
my
opinion?
thing is if you're gonna in this situation, If you're gonna act like a man, then I think you should be treated as a man, and I will definitely treat you as a man. So in this situation, as this woman was hitting this man, and he was trying to get away, trying to stop, and this woman is literally hurting this man, swinging, and he is just literally in self defense and hitting him. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I don't think women need to stop acting like this whole chivalry, and it's not even that chivalry based. I mean, it kind of is, but I don't like we talked about earlier. I don't think anybody should hit anybody without the repercussions, whether you're a man or a woman. Women shouldn't be hitting men, and men shouldn't be hitting women. Period. I don't think that you should do that at all. But if you are gonna hit a man or a woman, you should be prepared for the repercussions, no matter the size, no matter your male. No, period. I'm tired of women. I'm tired of this whole not. No, I'm never hitting a woman no matter what. I'm tired of that stupid shit. It's dumb as fuck. If there was a girl that's gonna run up on me and start hitting me, and after I try to stop this confrontation, and you still want to hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm just protecting myself.
See, I've actually been through a situation like that. I'm not gonna name any names, but it was a time when the person, female, was drunk. Her brother told me he wanted me to drive because I wasn't as lit as her. Go out to the parking lot, try to leave. She's like, I'm driving. I'm like, no, you're not. You're lit. Your brother told me to drive you. That's how I know you're lit. Got in a big-ass argument. She was trying to tell me to hit her. She's like, hit me. And I'm like, no. And then she fucking slapped me across the face with her ring finger and fucking left a fucking scar. I mean, you can see it on my face now. Left a scar on my face, and it was bleeding. And then she hit me again, and all I did was grab her wrist, and I was like, fucking quit it. Fucking stop. Get in the fucking car. And I didn't retaliate back because the way I get it, like, we're all raised like that, but, like, my mom raised me, like, to never put a finger on a woman, even though if she's acting that way, because you're supposed to be the man, and you're supposed to take control of the situation and be like, boom, because if you hit her, then, like, I get it, but, like, what's that saying back? What message is that sending back to the woman if you hit her back? And they're just going to go out and try to tell all their friends that you're an abuser and you're this and that. So, like, To me, I take pride in not hitting them back or not hitting that back and doing that, and then taking control of the situation and be like, no, it's fucking like this. This is what's happening. I'm not going to fucking do anything to you. Granted, she was like, oh, you left a bruise on my wrist. I'm like, I don't care. You fucking left a scar on my face. Like, if there's a little bruise on your wrist and that's all, then that's okay. But that's just, like, that's my take on it.
I've always said that about you. I think I'll say that about anybody. That any man that will sit in that situation and not hit a woman back, I absolutely come in because that ain't gonna be me. That's not me 100%. I'm hitting back. No regret. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be out for trying to kill you. I'm not gonna pound.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the ground, I'm not
gonna,
fucking just blah blah blah. No. But if I need to hit you for you to get me off, I'm gonna do that. No question.
Backhand, no control.
I'm closing fists. No. If you want to punch me with a closed fist, I'm punching you with a closed fist. Why should I treat you any different? You, bro, a girl sitting here swinging on me, and I'm chilling. I'm like, yo, stop. I'm trying to push her away. I walk away. You chase me down. You still want to fucking punch me? No, nigga.
All right, but
I'm
what if she
wants?
wants? So what if she wants to press charges and y'all both going to jail?
Well,
That's
I'll deal with it the way I'll have to deal with it.
Too because you retaliate.
See, that's the shitty part about it. That's the shitty part about it. Is there's a stigma that men have to be better or men shouldn't hit women. So in a situation where a woman is hitting a man and a man hits back, generally speaking, the man is going to be the one put in trouble, and the man is going to be the one going to jail before the woman does, and that's what sucks about it.
It does.
And I feel like if you...
That double standard shit is fucking stupid as fuck.
Especially when, women want, we're in an era where women are so stout about equality, and they want to be treated equal, and, like, the workforce and all this stuff, like, you have to expect, period. Not even if I don't want to even sound like I'm voting for one side or the other because it's not about that. But if you're a person and you put your hands on somebody, you should expect to get hands put back on you.
Man or woman, and I don't care what it is.
Personally, luckily, I've never been in a situation where I've had to like really put my hands on a girl like that. I've been in a situation where a girl's been in my face and I've been able to restrain her by pushing her off of me and not like hitting her. But like I said, like I'm gonna try my best not to swing on a girl, but like if it comes to that and I really needed to, if pushing her away or like restraining her is not enough and she keeps coming back when I made it clear that I'm not trying to do it, like what do you expect to happen? You expect me to just get beat up? Like that's not gonna happen.
I think we're all in the same boat. I'm just a little bit more loose on it. I don't see like if you're so my thing was. And I want your opinion here in a second too. You're not finna just slide out this conversation. An argument that we've gotten is like just like we talked earlier. So let's say it's a and excuse my language, but a dyke bitch. We all know what I'm talking about. A gay girl who dresses like a guy, and it's a pretty girl that dresses normally like a woman. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference if a gay girl, a dyke girl? I'm just gonna keep saying it. I know it's the wrong word. That's a bad word, but it's the best description for the story right now. Let's say a dyke bitch is out here trying to square me up, trying to fight with me, swinging on me, blah 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 blah, and I hit her. Okay, so let's do the same situation where it's the same girl, but it's just a
You're
regular,
saying like young
mature
Ma coming
girl.
at you swinging.
And then it's like,
Damn.
who should I say right now? Who's like Sweetie? Just because she's up on.
Sweetie.
I just seen her name, yeah. So what if it's a girl like Sweetie and it's young Ma? Which is worse, or which is less okay or more okay? The fact that you have to think about it is bullshit.
I don't think violence is the answer. Period.
The fact that you have to think about it is fucking bullshit because they're both fucking women. What does it matter that one acts like a man and dresses like a man? What the fuck? What difference does it make? She's a fucking woman. She chose to be that way. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Do what you got to do. That's fine.
I mean,
but like I
sometimes-
said, if you're gonna act like a man, I'm gonna fucking treat you like a man.
Which
period.
I agree, but that also is like sometimes you just gotta turn the other cheek and you gotta be the bigger person and walk away from situations like that.
I agree with that.
See, that's
Bring
why
it away.
y'all are better than me at that because, like I said, don't get me wrong. If
No, I
if
got
a girl slaps me, I'm not out fucking blah blah blah. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I would definitely humble myself, strengthen myself, and be like and assess the situation however it is. But if you continue to slap me, if you like I had this conversation about the other day is let's say a girl spit on you. The argument was what's worse, hitting a girl or spitting on a girl? Or no, it wasn't even a girl. It was just hitting somebody or spitting somebody. And I said that spitting on somebody, I think, is way more
That is way
disrespectful,
more disrespectful,
and way
bro.
worse than just hitting somebody.
Bro,
you spit on me?
That's a felony. You can go to jail for spitting on somebody. That's a felony, bro.
If honestly, bro, I ain't gonna front. If a girl spit on me, I might have to hit you. That's disrespectful shit. You spit on me.
If a girl spit on me, I'd have to walk away because if I ended up swinging, I
would
like,
be too.
I
I
would
would
not
agree.
hit it. Okay,
I'd have
here's
to
the
walk
thing.
away.
I'm not gonna stoop to that level.
I see y'all better than me because I think
Yeah,
I
no,
would.
I
I'm not
wouldn't
gonna
either.
stoop
You
down to
spit
the
on me,
level.
bro, I might slap you. All right, David.
I almost got away with that one too. I was sitting on the hush.
You thought I was about to transition,
Nah,
bitch ass
I mean,
nigga.
all right. Well, I was raised with a mom and two sisters. Like, there's no way that I could, in my right mind, hit a woman. I understand where you're coming from. I just don't think. I don't even know if a girl could get me to that point when I could get that mad. I've already been hit in the face by a woman. I've had a combo hit me with a 1-2 jaw eye. Like, I know what it feels like. But like the thing is, she's like, after that, I'm walking away. You know what I mean? I'm walking that shit off.
It's
I don't
done,
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if
They're
what
gonna
if
how
feel
it's
okay,
worse.
what if a
They're
girl
gonna
is
feel worse for hitting you doing that shit.
what if a girl is literally
from that?
what if a girl is literally chasing you down as you're trying to walk away, still hitting you, blah blah blah.
See, bro, I ran a 4-4.
I'm about to say,
She's
David's
not-
too fast.
She's not catching me, bro. I'm going.
We're
Like,
too quick, baby.
yeah, it's not happening. I mean,
Yeah,
I
like,
get what you're saying though.
get out of
I get what you're
situation.
saying. Like, you're at a house party. Like, you go to the outside, she follow you there. You go back inside, she follow you there. Like, I get what you're saying, keeping her away from you, all that. But I feel like there's different tactics that you can use than like putting your hands on a woman, and it all really comes down to like being able to live with that memory for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that I would judge anybody for in the same circumstance doing what they had to do, but I'm just saying, me personally, waking up the next morning like, damn, like I don't think I could do that.
I'm not saying I personally would hit a woman, but as a human being, you should expect to be treated how you're treating someone else. So if
And that's
you're a
the moral
woman
of this
and
story.
you hit somebody
real.
in the face and you get hit back, you don't have the right to say that you didn't deserve that. Like, you
Yeah.
got what you were asking for. You literally started a fight and you got a fight back at you. Like, personally, I don't see myself ever hitting a woman. I was raised the same way. You know, I remember one time I was on the baseball fields and I was young, like probably, you know, less than 15 years old, easily less than 15 years old. And I remember a bunch of kids were making your mom jokes, and I didn't want them to say shit about my mom. So I told them I didn't have a mom, and my dad whooped the shit out of me and made me run laps around the backyard till I could not run anymore. Like, that's the level of respect women I was taught as a kid. So I don't see myself ever hitting a woman.
I feel
but
that.
I agree with the fact that if you start a fight with somebody, you should expect to get fought back, period. It doesn't matter if you're a
That's the
boy,
moral
a
of the
girl, a
story.
transgender, XYZ, LGBTQ, ABCD, 1, 2, 3, FY, G, F, B. If you hit somebody, you should get hit back, period.
Word.
All right.
Look,
God.
man, I'm tired of this.
Alright,
Look, I'm just
fuck
saying.
that.
Just know the repercussions. Bro.
Damn, Zach,
That's
this some
all.
gas.
A related
Yeah, man.
concept I want to say, because I've been seeing this come up a lot. What's up with? I don't want to make myself sound biased, so I'm gonna say this very
Nah, here we go.
with a very even tone. Like, there's a lot of different genders popping up this year, and there's been a lot of controversy, especially in
They're
like
creating new genders.
athletics about like transgender people competing in like women's
No,
athletics.
I know
and men's
exactly. You're
athletics.
talking about that fucking woman wrestler.
It's not
that
just
man
one.
wrestler.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot of
No, but
women
you know,
coming forward.
you seen the story about that transgender man that trans to a woman that was in wrestling and won back-to-back
and whooped
titles.
everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Like how?
Fam, what?
Are we
Oh my! How do you wait? Okay,
There's one side of it where there's two sides of this. There's one side where people are like, dude, that's a man. They should not be competing in fucking women's athletics. And there's another side of it that's like, they have the right to be whatever they want. So like,
yes,
which
I agree.
side is
So I
more
yes, I
correct?
agree. I agree that if you want to transition, that's fine. Obviously, you can do that. I have no say so. I have no opinion. I mean, I have an opinion, but Now, do they have a choice in playing in women's sports? Do I think so? Yes. I think if you can sit here and sit there and say that you can transition, that means change your gender to a male and a female, then I think you should be able.
And they're putting like estrogen,
But
like,
here's
testosterone, vice versa. Like,
But
they're
my
changing.
cross point to that is like, like this whole story with this man woman wrestler. Like, bro, what? How do you have her win a title 1 year? How do you let her win again? Like, there's got to be somebody that says this is not right.
That's what I'm
Have,
saying.
have
I
you
feel
seen
like-
the woman at all? Okay, just after this, at some point in time, go look up who I'm talking about, and you would be like, no fucking way.
Bro, I also saw this, person that was like that in track too. They were like
Yep.
a man, and then they went to track, like female track, and
Fast
they're
as
like,
hell.
fast as hell.
And a woman's 4x4.
But
And
now
I'm wearing
Yeah.
but the women are starting to speak up, and that's the
That's
voice
good.
that you really need to hear.
Goddamn
people that
right.
compete About,
What
like,
women-
nah, bro, this ain't fair.
Women
Yeah,
need to
you're right.
absolutely. Women need to ball up and start fucking yelling at some of these motherfuckers.
Same
Because
thing
you
with,
know
like-
what it is? It's all men run. All the big wigs for almost everything are all run by
Oh
men.
yeah, even the fucking WNBA is probably.
I mean,
Man
there's fucking men making abortion laws. How the fuck does that work?
facts.
How the fuck does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh, get deep on them real quick.
Yeah.
But considering the whole transition thing and the way biology works and stuff, hormones, all that, is there a certain age that somebody could transition where it's like fair for them to compete?
What do you mean, like?
In
what do you
my
mean by
eyes,
age?
I'm gonna say my opinion. This is strictly my opinion. I'm gonna put that on the book because I want people to know this is my opinion. This is not based off of any research. This is just based off of my collection of knowledge from what I know about living on Earth. But like, I feel like there has to be a line drawn when it comes to things like sports and like bathrooms and like things where, because naturally, and maybe I'm offending people by saying this, so I'm sorry if I am, but like I feel like naturally there's two genders, boy or girl. Naturally,
I feel like
if
no. I
there's
feel like
beginning of time.
factually.
Factu-
That's a word. I don't even know.
Since the
what the
beginning of
fuck
scientifically,
word.
naturally, genetically,
You're not gonna
there's
argue
boy
that.
and girl. So if you are one of the people that chooses to go outside of those natural boundaries, I feel like you shouldn't necessarily be considered as the majority. Like, we shouldn't be making exceptions to everything for those people, not because they're not human or because they don't have just as much right as anyone else, but simply because like that's a choice that they made to alter their natural
Genetic.
like physical self. You know what I'm saying? They're literally making an alter from what is natural and what is like organic. So it's like, I feel like if you're outside of that organic group, then it's difficult to create a system that caters to that. You know what I'm saying? Does
Yeah.
that make sense at
It
all?
is, but the challenge is that like science is at a place where it's never been before. So you know, what I mean, they can go through these transitions that weren't really possible before. They had to live in the bodies that they had to before. That's what they were given. But now you can go through surgery. You can take hormones. You can really change your gender. And I think and not the problem, but the difficulty is that some of these the really athletes. They have a passion for what they do. So they need to be somewhere, right? They need to be playing with men or playing with women. I think that's where it really comes down to is that they compete against men,
Yeah.
right?
I guess another question would be in transition, like what percentage is say I'm a girl and I get the guy hormones or whatever it is. I'm not really knowledgeable on how the transition
that's a
goes.
good point.
How
That's
much of a
That's a
girl
good point.
am I? Like how much?
I couldn't
like,
imagine it be
How does
50-50.
science measure how much of a girl I've become? Like what happens to my muscle mass? Like does my
Yeah.
muscle mass actually go away, or do I just grow a vagina and
That's
that's
really
it?
interesting.
Like do I
I've always been-
still put out like fucking testosterone? Am I putting out estrogen
I've
from now?
low-key
Like
been-
how
I've-
much of a change are you actually going through? And I guess I don't know if we have an answer for that, but I feel like the answer to that would also help determine where placement or things like that.
That's crazy.
I've always. This might sound a
Because
little
like
weird.
you know what I'm saying, like you can be a guy transitioning to a girl and playing with girls, but you could still have the muscle mass of a guy. So just because you have parts
Yeah,
of
we
a
all know
girl
big-ass
doesn't mean you
girls
have.
walking around like this.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's.
I've
hard
always,
hard
like I said, this is gonna sound a little weird, but I've always been kind of intrigued of, transitioning. I've been intrigued of how you can just cut off a dick and give somebody a vagina, and then it work like a vagina. Like, do they have periods? Like, is that a thing?
Nah, I don't think so. Because
Can they have children?
Eggs.
Like-
they don't have eggs. Women are born with
Estrogen,
eggs.
yeah, they're born with
A limited number. They
Dude,
don't
see,
create them.
science
Yeah.
is almost.
But how do you know they're not? How do you know they're not putting that in you now?
I don't. I mean,
science,
is it possible for a
technology.
man to carry a baby?
I
Well,
feel like
a
I've-
born man. Obviously, it wouldn't be a man. It'd be
Dude,
a
who
woman.
knows
at
it's
that
possible
point.
these days?
But
Science
I
is
think
crazy.
so. Like, I mean,
Technology's crazy.
they're creating babies outside of the womb, so I'm sure it's possible. Right?
I feel like technology and science is almost coming to like one of those like
Sci-fi.
creepy Frankenstein scientist points.
have
a-
like,
I have
where
a
you're
great
just like,
point.
wait, what are these guys doing? I don't know if this is. I don't know if we should be doing all this. Like,
Yeah.
I have a great point. I saw something the other day that
I
in
have
the
a
near
great point.
future, in our lifetime, that parents will be able to pick their baby's genetic makeup,
Yeah.
eye color,
Yeah.
hair color, skin color.
I took a class on all that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the near
What the
future, in our
fuck?
lifetime, bro.
Yeah.
It's Modelo time.
I mean,
That's
no,
so
it's
crazy.
already
It's-
possible. They can already
Yeah.
change the kid's eye color. They're looking into genes. They might be able to change the kid's height as well, so you
Yes.
can like make sure your kid's 6
dude,
foot.
that's so weird to me. That's so weird to me.
I don't know anything
That's
about
insane, right? Because
astrology.
like we're all brought up like
I took a course on this.
you're made like
my
So
biology.
what
you're
side?
made like that's
I feel
it.
like
you know.
I feel like there's a couple sides you could take on this too. In situations like that where science is finding ways to alter like genetic code and alter like the creation of different things and stuff, like do y'all find yourself more on the side of whoa, this is impressive, this is like cool, like this is completely different than the truth I was told, or do you find yourself more on the side of like whoa, like that's not what I'm used to, like what I learned, like that's kind of
Immediate
strange
reaction
to
is
me.
like, don't go that far. Immediate
Yeah.
reaction is like, how far are you willing to take that?
I don't
Yeah.
agree
You're trying to control
with.
like
I don't agree. Like I said, I won't say I'm okay with it. Obviously, they can do whatever they want. Do I agree with it? No, I don't think anybody. And I wish that people didn't feel that way so bad about themselves that they want to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is mad sad to me. Like I don't want anybody to feel that way, and I don't think that they should. I think that you should. There has to be a realization of I was born a man. I was born a woman.
I don't think it all, and I don't know, but I would guess that it doesn't all come from a place of sadness. There's probably people out there who are just curious, or maybe are just made differently, and
I agree.
they understand things differently, or maybe they were raised in a different setting and they're not exposed to the
I
same
agree, I
kind
agree.
of situation.
But
we're
also,
around.
if you think about it, like there weren't people three
wasn't
decades ago trying to be a transgender.
there was not. This
True
was
that.
not a
I think
thing.
I think what a lot has to do with it is that now it's more okay and it's brought to the light. But I think it's a lot of like social media and people putting it out there like da da da, and then these kids are seeing that
I feel like
on
that's
like.
something
It's
worth
like, I didn't grow up seeing any of that or about hearing any about that stuff until I got older. I didn't know.
that might be something worth looking into though,
This is some
because
gas.
were people doing this a long time ago and we just didn't know about it because we weren't on, everything wasn't on fucking Facebook.
That's a good
everything
point.
wasn't on fucking.
But did we have like estrogen pills in science like where it was then?
Honestly, do we
True.
even know? Let's be
True.
honest. Do we fucking know
That's a
anything?
good point.
Is Donald Trump really president? Is there really like
I feel
what's
you, I
what's
feel you,
going
I
on?
feel
Is
you.
literally is space real?
I mean,
is the
but
Earth round?
Honestly, on that point too.
The Earth is flat, bro. The Earth is flat,
Kyrie Irving. Fucking ass.
bro. I remember Kyrie said that stupid shit. I said, boy, if you don't stop and start dribbling some more basketballs.
I don't know, dude. You know, it's really crazy to think about. Like, there's so much more knowledge out there than we're like led on to through like education
taught,
and stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Facts.
it's when you really start to like look into just like the world and just like the truth of the world. Like, shit is fucking nuts.
We're only taught the good, not the bad. They don't teach us about the bad in school. You got to figure out the bad on your own.
Not even the bad, just the big. Like the like, I don't know,
What do you
just
mean?
like I don't know, like.
Pass out to him.
As
yeah.
far as history, as far as space, as far as vibrations, energy, just like all kinds of just crazy stuff that I feel like you don't really like. It sounds like
Just spilled beer on my fucking shirt like a fucking pussy. Jesus Christ, my first time drinking a beer.
But yeah, I feel you.
But yeah,
But I mean,
Sorry.
doesn't it have to come down to like controlling the masses,
Jesus
keeping
Christ.
order, all that type of stuff.
you know what's crazy? Another thing?
what do you mean by that?
I mean, I think the majority of our curriculum and just the way our world in the United States is operated, it comes down to making sure that only a few people, being the government or a society
money
past the government,
holders.
if you believe in it, can keep order amongst millions of, 300 million people?
Yeah,
How do you make sure that that doesn't break into chaos?
yeah.
That's a very interesting side of that. But, like, I see where you're coming from, too. Like, not in a bad way, but, like, yeah. I never really thought about it.
I've definitely
Never thought about that
crossed
way.
my mind. It's a very good point.
Good topic. That's a that shit amazes me. But that shit is like like what do we really know, dude? Like
You know
I
what's
feel like
crazy?
half the shit that that is getting fed to us is bullshit.
Bro, it's
Literally.
Propaganda, the
Bro.
news, like,
Dude,
it's always been around.
Twitter. Like, it's all just fucking
Oh my
Social
god.
media,
bullshit. Like, back in the day,
Fucking-
people would be like, I feel like stories, I mean, I don't know, like,
Sayings and stuff were more genuine, more passed around and stuff like that. Like,
people had to fucking, if they wanted to hang out with somebody, they had to walk to wherever the fuck they were. They couldn't call them.
Yeah.
They couldn't see them. They had to walk.
You remember
over
when you
there,
had to
know what I'm saying?
you remember
here
you
in
had to
Texas, they rode
bicycle?
horses.
You remember when you had to bike to your homie's house?
Man, the
Oh, I
days.
love fucking
Skateboarding
ganging
to
up
your
on
homies?
bikes with your homies, bro.
Bro,
Like
You
riding
remember
down the road.
you remember you used to have your homie on the
Love that
pegs?
shit.
Oh, shit.
The homie on the pegs on the bike?
Yeah,
we
the
ride
homie didn't have a
scooters
bike,
now,
bro.
bitch.
Hell yeah, niggas are linemen
Nice.
everywhere together.
What's up, Bird? I see you.
Nigga.
Yes.
I'm still a line nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the lines. Alright. let's wrap this up. Oh, I want to talk about the Joker movie. You said it was good. I want to know how it was.
Man, how do I talk about that with no spoilers though? That's a problem.
That's a good point.
I mean,
Was it good? Let me do this because you know I'm big on ratings.
yeah.
1 out of 10. Has there been another Joker movie? There's been another Joker movie, right?
All
We
right.
need a comparison to another movie, though.
So
Has-
no, I mean,
Probably.
I would. People compare the performances,
Character?
right?
All right. So what
Like,
about so what about the character? Because I think that's
what was it? Black
that's-
Knight Rises. That was the one
Dark
with Heath
Knight.
Ledger. Dark Knight
That's Dark
Rises.
Knight. No, I think
Dark
that
Knight.
was just
It was
Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight. Dark
Yeah.
Knight.
So let's okay. So compare characters because that's what I think the big topic is
right.
the him playing the character compared. What was his name that played it this time?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
So him compared to Heath.
So Heath, his Joker was, I think, a genius.
Yeah, I agree.
He like understood the way the world works better than anybody else and was able to come up with some criminal mastermind type stuff. I think that this new Joker is more down to just start chaos. There doesn't come from any like, and not even again, it's hard to say without like giving away stuff, but it's just like this Joker just had so many internal. I guess it's the beginning of it. I mean, that's the whole point of the movie, right? But I think the character in Dark Knight was more developed in, I guess, his pursuit and what he knew what he wanted to do.
He also had his
this
own
Joker
problem,
didn't
yeah.
know who he was yet.
Damn, I gotta watch that.
Yeah. Is it?
Gotta
Would
see
you
that.
recommend
I've
it?
been hearing.
100%, absolutely.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
It's a
I
great
have
movie.
to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but to talk about the hot topic, which is like the mental health aspect of it, it definitely gives you a peek inside of the mind of maybe somebody who creates an atrocious act, which is wild. To like, it almost
I wanna
makes
go
you
watch
like
it.
accept the reason why they do it, but not
Yeah.
really, because you're like, that was gross. Why would you ever do that? But I mean, it's the Joker, because I found myself. There was a certain point where he killed somebody, and I was super happy he did it.
Damn.
Wow.
I have to go see it now because of any
Shit's
movie that
got
hooks you
real.
like that. I
It's a
gotta go
good
see.
movie.
What are y'all watching right now? Other than like, what are y'all watching on Netflix? Give me some shows.
I just started Shameless. I'm late.
Damn. You should have been on that.
I've been watching Wu-Tang Wednesdays, baby. Wu-Tang Clan.
I
on
need
Hulu.
to get on that. I've only watched the first episode.
Man, don't ask me. I've been on some anime binge.
Yeah.
What are you watching on
Anime
anime, bro?
binge
What's up,
lately.
bro? I fuck with anime. Don't fuck with me. What's
Oh
up?
man, well, I just watched an anime movie made by Netflix, which is, bro, why do all these, I guess directors or the people who draw them, why are they so perverted with the way they draw
The
these
way they
women?
draw women.
Yeah.
You never notice an anime every almost 90% of anime. I would argue 100% all have big ass titties,
Big
and a
ass
fat
titties
ass.
and a fat ass.
And most of them, let's be honest, are hot. If they were humans and they
Oh,
would just not
yeah.
be animated, they'd probably be.
That's what I'm saying. And
Bro.
then like try to work the angles too to make like in your
Bro,
face like
that shit
titties, like you're like okay.
That's gotta be like an Asian thing, 'cause it's
And
all
they don't
like that.
care
It's
about
all like that.
the like if they're nude or not either. Like they'll like flash like a
That's
penis.
just- every girl got
Like in Dragon
fucking-
Ball. You know Goku? He's like walking around and he's like, "Oh, what do
Yeah.
you have?" And like slaps
But
his shit.
Dude, Bulma?
but have you watched
Yes.
Remember when
Code
Bulma just grew
Have
titties
you
out of
watched
fucking around? What the
Code
fuck?
Geass?
No, I have not.
That's a great one. Talking about there's like this world society. It's called Great Britain. Kind of what I imagine if the United States had never broken away from Britain, and they just like kind of start taking over the world, and each country is not a country anymore; it's a territory. And so it's kind of about the revolution starting out of Japan, of the Territory 11 fighting back so that the rest of the world can gain their independence and be their own countries again. It's a super
Sounds
dope.
lit.
It's a good series.
Bro, Titanfall's lit. Have y'all ever heard of that?
Dude, yeah. Titanfall's fucking lit as fuck.
Titanfall's lit.
Nigga, this week I got fucking gas. I'm watching fucking Big Mouth. Have you ever seen Big Mouth?
Dude, I first episode really put me off.
Put you off? How does
Yeah,
that put you
it's
off?
so because like humor's
It's so
childish,
vulgar.
dog. It's
What?
so.
Yeah, it is.
Like if I was in middle
It's
school,
mad.
I would have been like, "This is hilarious." But I'm sitting
Bro,
here like,
what? I feel
man.
like there is some very adult, vulgar
It
shit
is,
in
but
that
he's
show.
saying it's like adult for like.
It's
middle
mad
school.
childish. No, don't get me wrong. I agree. It's super childish. But damn, bro. I'm watching season 3. I'm watching All American. Have you seen All American?
Oh, bro, All American is lit. I fucking finished that shit.
Daisy put me on that shit. I'm just watching. They just put out a new season. I need to finish it. The first
What?
one's a good one. Yeah, I just got on that. Huh? I've never.
Oh,
heard
I
of
need
it.
to watch the new season then, bro.
Yeah, no, they
I
just-
binge
apparently
watched
just
it.
dropped-
I finished it in like 3 days.
wow.
Damn.
It's good. Are you talking about homeboy who's a football player?
Yeah.
And he's grown up in the hood, and then
And,
he goes,
and,
then he lives in like the rich kids.
Yeah, he moves up to Beverly Hills, and
Beverly
he's
Hills
from
from the hood.
Compton or
Yeah.
some shit.
Dude, that movie.
Yeah.
That series is dope.
Y'all watch Sinner?
No, but it's on my list on Netflix.
It's,
I heard
it's
good
pretty
things
good so
about that
far.
shit.
Yeah, I'm on episode 5 of 8, and I'm still like, what? Yeah. I binged that yesterday. I went through like 6 hours in one day.
Y'all watch Power?
I cannot say I do.
I watch Power. This last season's getting fucking ridiculous. Like, they're getting to the point now where they gotta be in the room, sitting down, just be like, 50 just spitting fucking ideas out, and they're just like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Just running
Dude, it's
with it.
fucking-
do it.
It's fucking ridiculous now. I ain't gonna front.
They got a lot of competition though, so it makes sense.
KB saying When They See Us is good too on the chat.
Oh, you haven't seen When They See Us?
us?
Bro, old boy, one of the
What's
main
that one?
actors just won a fucking award for that.
Really?
Oh, I know what that is.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's a
Kinda
good
cliche.
movie. It's a sad
I've also
fucking.
been watching
I mean,
American Horror Story.
I find that one hard to watch.
Dude, honestly, it is. It is hard to watch. It's so well put
It
together.
reminds me of like the color purple.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not like that, but like,
yeah, I feel you.
you know.
You said When They See Us?
Yeah, you haven't seen that?
Uh-uh.
You gotta watch that, bro. It's tough and it's mad sad.
What's
And
it
like,
about?
it's about you haven't heard of the those 5 kids in New York at the park. What was it called? The 5.
Yeah, the whatever 5. I don't know. But
So-
they're-
This lady was raped.
This lady
Pretty
was
much. Raped
raped
and
in a
killed.
park in New York City at fucking what's the big park up there?
Central Park.
Central Park. Yeah, sorry, that was dumb.
Oh, is it Central Park 5?
Central Park 5. There it is.
Yeah.
And apparently this girl was raped and killed. Was she not?
Mm-hmm.
She was killed. She was raped and killed in the park. and they've brought these five boys to witnesses. It's pretty much a story about how these five boys were wrongly convicted of a crime, but the story is about how the process and how they manipulate him and how they pick these little black boys and how literally their life changes from something that they didn't do, and they all act different and think different, and it's about how they go through, and it's like the trial and the parents and how they manipulate the kids and when they're interrogating them and the evidence and all the corruption, dude. It's fucking good, but it's
I think
super
I watched,
sad.
Like, the first episode.
It's
but I
super.
didn't
It's
finish
low
it.
key sad. Like you'll definitely feel some type of way about it.
Yeah,
It
it's
will
fucked
grab
up, but
you.
it's true as
It's
fuck, though.
It's mad fucked up.
I can't watch it. I already know the story, so I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah,
watch it.
It's a
watched, like,
tough
the first
watch, I ain't gonna
episode, and I
front.
was like, this is intense. Yeah. Now
It
you
is. It's
remember
not
it,
for
I
the.
did.
It's not for
I
the
watched the first
lighthearted.
episode, and I was like,
It's not for the
this
lighthearted.
is so
It's
fucked
sad
up.
that
Bro,
shit
these
like-
kids are so young, though, is what's the thing. It's like, bro, how are they
Bro.
going to rape this woman, bro, and kill her? Like,
What did they get? Like 50. And so the crazy thing is, they actually served like 15 years, like 10. Didn't they serve like some? I don't remember the number, but they served hella time. Finally got out. Then this is them telling their story. You know, they told the story, blah blah blah. They ended up the reason they got out is because something. I think something happened with the evidence. This goddamn joint. I keep talking and this joint go out. Something happened with this evidence that pretty much cut out all this. I don't know, but they pretty much got freed. The truth finally came out. Some guy admitted to it, blah blah blah. But they ended up serving like 10, 15, however fucking many years. It's like I said, it's a tough watch. I recommend it. I watch it, bro. It's really good.
The sad part is that shit is not even that uncommon, especially in the black community, and that shit fucking sucks.
Man, on some real stuff, I have a friend who went to University of Arizona with me. Had a full ride to a D1 school for his basketball and was going places. His name was known, and he got kicked out of the school because the girl he was with told her brother that they hooked up, and her brother told her parents that he raped her.
Damn.
Bro.
I know that story.
And they ran with it, and that fool got kicked out of the school, lost everything.
I believe that. That's back. That's a whole nother story.
Now this is in 2015. Like,
Damn,
so think
that's
about the
fucked.
70s, the 60s. Like, it's crazy. It's a
I mean,
weird
we're
world.
dealing with this shit right now. We were just talking about
We
earlier.
were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking conversation.
What is her name? I need to remember her name.
Whose name?
That girl who fucking ran up in that dude's house.
Anyways, I want to talk about food because I'm hungry. And there's this thing I do on my Snapchat. Most of y'all know, but any listener that doesn't have me on Snapchat doesn't know. I'm a foodie motherfucker. And I haven't done this in a long time now I think about it.
Yeah, you haven't been rating.
I go to
You should be eating that blue
places.
corn.
Yeah, big facts. 10 out of 10, by the way. What's up? I go to these restaurants. I go to like little places around Austin, and I rate them on my fucking Snapchat. And fuck, I'm high, and I low key forgot where I was going. Oh, about food, yeah. Damn, yeah. Honestly, we can talk about fucking blue corn, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I rate these places all the time. I feel like I'm pretty strict. I feel like I'm pretty centered
Pretty
with
strict.
them about my rankings.
He is, though.
And I give Blue Corn Harvest this restaurant. It's not even because I fucking work there, bro. I'm not even front, no cap. This is a fucking 10 out of fucking 10.
That's wild.
Bro, I could not be more serious. This place, literally, it's like a farm-to-table concept to scratch kitchen. They literally get all their ingredients local from local Texas farms. They make everything in-house. They make they make tortillas in-house. They make salsa, all the sauces. They prep all their things. Literally, their tortilla chips, they make it every single day. Everything's fresh. Everything on the menu is fucking fire. Everything is made fresh.
Is it an advertisement?
This is not an advertisement. You know
Sponsored
what?
by Blue Corn.
They would love this shit, actually. They would love this shit because I post them on my Snap every day. We have a lunch special, a dinner special, a different one every single day. We have a fucking soup of the day. We have different desserts. Bro, y'all need to come fuck with the food at Blue Corn. For sure,
Well, after
bro.
that hard
It's-
sell, I might have to.
Big 10,
Fam.
eh?
You will not be
10 out of
disappointed.
10.
I'll put money that you will not leave unhappy. Come fuck with your boy. I bartend. Bro,
be
the
there.
I
food,
need to go
bro,
still have yet. So
bruh.
all the food that he posts, I'm literally gonna verify. It looks so fucking
Bro,
fire,
it's
too.
literally, bro.
I haven't even eaten there.
It's like 5-star fucking dishes. The guys we got back there, literally, bro. I'm not the way they played it, the way they present it. Bro, it's quality fucking food, and you get what you pay for. It's a little pricey. I think on Google or fucking like Yelp, it's like $4 to $5 signs. You know how they do price range, but you get what you pay for. One, you get for what quality that you're getting, you're definitely paying for, and the portion too. Even you even get really good portions. But I promise you won't be mad what you pay, even what you leave with the bill, no matter what it is. You're gonna fucking love it, dude. I promise. It's so fucking good. Highly
So if we
recommend.
go with you, do we get a discount?
That is the most important question of the day. What is the answer?
All right, that was episode 3. All right, well, let's wrap this up. Big facts. Let's wrap this up. Let's do. I love to end this one. Gotta go shit. And this time we're gonna do albums. And we're gonna do 4 albums. We said 4, right?
Yeah.
We agreed to 4. So we're gonna do 4 albums. You know how I go. One gotta go. Here we go. Let's start with 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Let's start. What else did I say? Wait. Don't say. Dirty Sprite 2? No, actually we said What a Time.
What a time.
What a Time. Good Kid, Mad City. And what was the last one? Good Kid, Mad City.
2014.
What a
Forest Hill
Time.
Drive.
2014. I already said that.
Culture.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Culture. So one more time. Culture. 2014
And
Forest Hill
Bullshit.
Drive. What a Time. Good Kid, Mad City. One gotta go.
Culture out the gate.
Wow.
Boom.
Okay.
Think about what that implies, though, for the actual Culture. If Culture never dropped.
He has a very solid point.
I'm still culture out the
But
gate.
here's my argument to that. I think that Migos some way somehow would still drop that one thing that changed the culture, because I do agree that Migos
They're
changed
so
the
consistent.
culture.
They live in the studio.
They definitely impacted the hip hop
QC, they've
culture
been QC
hard
forever.
since I
Would've
don't know
dropped those
when.
hits.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm throwing culture out. I gotta
would've
think
dropped
about
those
this.
hits.
For me,
Somehow,
honestly,
some way, they live in the studio.
I don't think, as far as me and Migos, I feel like I like
You like the Migos.
YRN times more than Culture times. Culture wasn't that big to me, but I'm gonna say What a Time just because I didn't.
Wait,
listen-
what? Wait, whoa.
I didn't listen to What a
I'm
Time.
not the response to
That's what I'm
every
saying.
album that we want to throw
hold-
out.
Huh?
Mike.
No. The
Mike.
reason
Alright,
I'm
Mike,
saying that.
so what you gonna
I
listen to tomorrow? You're gonna fucking download "What a Time to Be Alive." You're
No,
gonna
we're
fucking listen to
no.
this shit.
As soon as we
Madonna.
end this,
What
I'm gonna
song-
play
what's-
you.
Gosh.
Let me pull it up right now.
Mike, nigga, what?
Because it's not just bangers. Like, Drake, like, spits bars on that thing.
We can't
Like,
play it
Change
over.
locations.
We can't play it
too,
over the
bro.
podcast.
Like, yeah, like it's.
We can't play it over the podcast. I don't have the
can't.
rights.
But
to
you
that
can
shit.
look at the track list and
Yeah, you
see if that
absolutely
changes
fucking
your
can.
mind.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, what? Oh my god, Mike,
What a time.
ooh.
Yeah.
That was a bullet
I don't know.
to like the shoulder.
Bruh, can I keep them all?
Like-
Everybody chill.
Like when you shoot the shoulder, but you don't like hit that one
I
big
got big
artery,
big
whatever the fuck's in your
forelock
shoulder.
from
It's
the
just
that
like
was. You know,
Bro,
like,
what?
that was if you're reading this.
Jumpin',
Fam.
jumpin'.
Honestly,
Joe
don't
Man
remember
changed the
any-
culture.
You don't remember
kidding
any
me?
of those songs?
yes, I remember, bro. I don't know if Jumpman,
Really on the
if
plug,
Jumpman-
really
if
on the
Jumpman
plug.
is a staple, then I probably
It's
really
not a staple.
really on the plug.
That's
No.
I don't even
That's-
listen to
See-
Jumpman.
See, here's the
Look,
thing. It's a this whole
I'm gonna say
album.
one, I didn't listen to it. Two, from what it sounds like, and that's not really. I don't know.
Bro, I think you need
It's-
to listen to it
I
again.
probably
Mike doesn't
do,
listen
but-
to like drug ass.
I
I'm
think
gonna
you
bring
need
it
to
back.
listen to
I
it.
do.
By
but-
explaining my. Oh, sorry, my bad. I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
help your point. Because for me,
Fuck,
backtracking,
you let me go.
thought process, all that, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, that's not going anywhere. Good Kid, Mad City, that's not going anywhere. So
what I'm
we're
saying.
talking about
And-
either Culture or What a Time to Be
and
Alive.
that's the same
to be
position
King
I'm
Cut.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I chose What a Time, one, because I don't listen to it. Two, I think
Oh, this is hard. What about 2014?
I think Culture was a little bit more creative as far as the style that they came at it with. The
It was
Migos.
different than their
Man.
YRN days, like you were saying.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, dude, I gotta agree with Jared. Culture's gotta go.
Wow.
Because
Bro.
like I said, dude, I think Migos.
So what are you picking? I'm interested. Culture
Yeah.
what a time.
What a time, I think.
Okay.
Bro,
so
no
I think
way, bro.
Yo,
I'm like, I'm not
culture
crazy
solidified
over
their
here.
place in history with culture.
No,
Yeah, you're
I-
saying
I-
potentially
I
they would have
think-
come up with something else, which I agree. If
Let's
they,
look up-
Bro, they
in
were
the mental,
already hot
artistic
before. They were
state.
already selling those records.
No,
They
but I
weren't.
do
They
think
weren't.
I
Bro.
Bad
do
and
think-
Bougie put them on the fucking
Bro,
map.
that
If you
album-
say
Bad and
anything
Bougie,
else, you're
unfuckable.
lying.
You cannot deny any
Okay,
of
can't
those
lie
songs.
with that.
Bad
Alright.
and Bougie,
Look,
unfuckable.
look.
Okay.
I will definitely.
They didn't have a
agree.
Bad and Bougie. They
I
didn't have a
will-
Bad and
Look
Bougie.
at
Hold
this
on,
track
hold on,
list,
hold
though.
on.
Hold on.
Bro, no.
We gonna pull up
I,
track
no,
list
you don't
right
need to pull
now.
up. I know what culture
Are we
is.
talking teams?
I know what culture is. See, don't say that because that's on what time. Fuck you, nigga. Oh, we talking teams, head ass nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. No, I will agree.
Bro.
I will agree that culture took them to another level. Bad and Bougie took them to another level.
I was just already like a huge fan. That to me,
Bro,
they were already
no.
solidified for me. So me, I'm like,
For
oh,
you.
boom, yeah, no. But I understand where you're coming from. But 2014 Forest Hills Drive, like that was J. Cole. That's when I really hopped on J. Cole heavy.
Yeah, dude.
And
I
I
can't,
was like,
I can't throw.
this man's
I saw him-
fire.
See, that was anticipated for me because he had already dropped projects that had me like J. Cole.
Bro,
was
from
fire.
front to back, I was not expecting that, bro. That is a solid fucking album.
Bro,
Agreed.
Front
I
to
saw
back,
him-
solo
I saw him-
produced.
In the 360 Amphitheater, I saw him perform that whole album, and then like
Fam.
5, 6, 7 throwbacks. Brought Jeremiah on stage too, and ended in Planes. Like
Fam.
best concert ever.
Bro,
Nigga,
like,
I
he-
saw J. Cole in
Oh.
a small. Me and my homie Ralph, we saw J. Cole in a fucking emo-sized venue when that album dropped, and it was my top 3, if not 2, fucking favorite concerts of all time, dude. And that is one of my favorite.
He's the
fucking
best
albums.
performer I've ever seen, hands
He's
down
a
live.
great
I got to see
performer.
him twice in the same year. I got to see him when he dropped what was it?
Born Sinner.
No. It
Or
was
after.
It was after 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
That was KOD,
For your
no?
eyes.
No,
Oh,
For Your Eyes.
Only.
I got to see his For Your Eyes Only tour, bro, at the Frank Irwin Center, and he played his throwbacks and everything. This man came out in a jumpsuit, escorted by cops, onto a stage that was just a fucking streetlights.
Yeah.
And
that
he
shit was
talked
dope.
about each and every one of his songs and what they meant to him and why he wrote the songs. And I was so in a trance that I forgot I was at a fucking concert. And then he would drop his songs to perform, and he sounds the exact same live.
Bro, he's a
And
great
then I saw him at
performer.
Jambalaya when he fucking dropped KOD. He's like, honestly, my manager's probably gonna be pissed, but fucking, I'm not even supposed to be playing this. I haven't been on tour yet.
Bro, that
and he
shit was
fucking
lit.
played like 4 songs off of KOD. And I
And
was
then I
just
saw
like,
him at Rolling Loud during that album.
stupid.
I
Oh,
do want to say,
stupid.
J. Cole, if you hear this, you said some fucked up shit at your fucking Forest Hills concert at the 360 Amphitheater, and you started talking. You were like, I know how it is to be a rapper coming up in the game, yada, yada, yada. I got denied too, yada, yada, yada. And you said, but these Austin rappers are some of the wackest. Like, you really came up on our stage and said that shit, and that shit was low-key disrespectful.
Did he fucking
He
say
said that
What?
shit. No bullshit. On stage. I was like, nigga, we
Damn, I
paid
never heard
we
of
paid
that.
money for
Yeah.
you, so
So
you can't come out here and
to
disrespecting
defend
us
him-
like that, bro. You
Nigga
gotta watch
mad.
out.
To
'cause
defend him,
Austin
he probably
born
heard
and
some
raised, booty.
whack Austin rappers.
He probably did, but you gotta watch out, bro. You on stage, people paying money to see
That's
you.
true.
That's
That's
disrespectful to
true.
people who are from here. I'm just
Agreed.
saying,
It is
Especially
In their
fellow
own city.
artists.
I respect
In their own
it.
city.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that's fucked
You
up.
can't be saying that.
All right,
That's
all right,
enough.
hold on, all right. Let's get back to this. Man, I gotta agree. I gotta agree with Jared, man. Culture got.
So we 2-2.
So here, look. Here's my thing. Let me finish my thing. Like I said, I think that they would, Migos, some way or some form, would eventually find that album that took them to the next level. Whether that have not had been a Culture, and it been something else, or just dropped later. That's why I'm dropping Culture. I'm not dropping Bro, What a Time is one of the best joint albums probably ever, and it started a wave. Don't get me wrong. Yes, there was joint albums before. We can talk about that later. But in this era of hip hop and music that we're in, especially hip hop, hella people were doing joint albums after this, successful joint albums, and people loved it. People fucking loved it. That shit started a fucking wave, dude. And that album from front to back is not just Jumpman. It's like 12 or 13 Jumpmans. They're all fucking bang, dude. And literally, you know every single word on every single track on that fucking album, bro. 2014 Forest Hill Drive, like I said, I saw him in that like small ass venue, one of my favorite concerts ever, bro. That album is just, it's a fucking work of art. The idea, the picture, every single song, dude. That album is literally a fucking
Great,
piece of
for
art.
real.
And then
The Untouchable.
Good Kid, Mad
Dude,
City.
Good
I'm
Kid,
like,
Mad City, bro.
I'm glad we could all
that took
agree
me
on this.
through
Are we
some
agreeing
shit.
that Good Kid, Mad City's not
Bro.
going anywhere?
Never.
No.
Alright,
Never.
cool.
Never. I'm glad we all
Never.
agree on that.
Neither is Section 80. If you would
Bro,
have said
the-
Section 80, I would have been
yes.
like locked in.
Bro,
Bro,
For
the
sure.
thing I love
I
about
love
Kendrick
Kendrick.
is I think Kendrick brought fun back into hip hop. I think Kendrick brought like
with
made
hella-
hip-hop
hella
more fun.
lyricism.
He made hip
Same
hop
thing with J. Cole.
lyrical and real as
And
fuck.
fun.
Like
But
he
people like
represented some.
you hear when I love that, like especially when J. Cole was coming out with all this hot shit, you would hear that shit at the club, bro, and I fucking
He brought
love
creative
that.
production back to hip hop.
Facts,
Creative
bro.
production.
I love
What?
doing his
He
videos,
spoke-
bro. Or
He spoke on the hood and like fucking the life that he lived in such a creative and like real and like relative
And
way,
fun
and his
way that he
songs were
could
like
reach crowds
his songs
and
were
reach
like
other, like,
you would feel
generations of
that
people.
he wasn't just saying that shit. Like you could feel the whole vibe like
Yeah,
throughout
bro.
the songs that he was saying. You'd be like,
Good Kid,
yeah,
Mad
my nigga, you
City is
speaking.
not going
Like, you
fucking
actually
nowhere.
speaking.
But bro, I gotta drop Culture. That's my take. That's my take.
7
All right, what about you?
T-shirt. Oh man.
Did you answer already?
Nah, I mean, yeah, but it was, in the
What a time.
noise. But yeah, I gotta drop what a time. I think for me, as a Migos fan, to watching their development with no label and just, bruh, I'm just so proud of them for Culture. I couldn't.
You about to
I-
cry, nigga?
I'm gonna cry, bro. I was born
I'm just so
I was born in
motherfucking-
Atlanta, so I feel like a heart tied to Migos on some random shit.
So stupid. Bro.
No, but I did see Culture live, and it was
Bro,
a
I've-
terrible performance. I'm
not
not
the
gonna
best
lie, they just
performance.
sang over the songs, and like it was whack.
I feel like
but the song, the track list is so fire. It didn't even.
They're all
matter.
bangers.
It was jumping,
Dude,
like,
they're all hits.
It was cracking.
Dude, you know every single word to every single song that they play at a concert.
That's what I'm saying. It was.
It's stupid.
See, I also saw him at Jambalaya, and they were just like, yeah.
And they just, you're right, they just sing over
And that's
their
before
songs,
they had
yeah,
auto
that's
tune
it,
mics.
yeah.
So to me, I was just like, I saw him like,
Yeah,
before shit, I was just
Offset
like-
doesn't really sound great live, and yeah,
I was like,
I'm sure they've gotten
But
better.
then I saw him at Jambalaya when I saw J. Cole too, and then they had auto tune mics, and it sounded on point. But the dumbass fucking DJ blew the speakers we said before. There's
Yeah,
a fucking
dude.
blown speaker, bro. Their
Bro,
whole
can
set,
I
dude.
can I talk
It was
about
fucked.
Really?
Fucked.
bro?
Damn.
So let
We left
so
and went over to
dude,
go see J. Cole. We're like, all right, this is done. I've already seen Migos.
dude,
So we left.
last weekend I was working ACL. Lizzo was there, right?
Yeah.
So ACL decided to put Lizzo on a smaller stage. So there's two main stages, and they decided to put Lizzo on a smaller stage. And boy, was that a fucking wrong idea. Lizzo probably brought out the most.
She's from Houston.
She probably brought out the most people all weekend.
Mhm.
If you go look at her pictures, I think she has some pictures of the crowd. I was with John Luke. I met up with John Luke, and we were chilling. And they were like, yo, let's go catch some of Lizzo. And we were like we were far away. And it was already kind of packed, and they were trying to fish through. I was like, bro, come on, I got you. Let's fish through. We fished through, and we were literally like this, bro. Like this. And this is literally on another stage. Literally on another stage. We're fishing like this, and then we got to a point where, like, I couldn't do anything. And then literally, it took me, I fucking fucked up and went the wrong way. Decided to go around because I think that that would work and be a lot faster. I keep burping this goddamn beer. Jesus Christ.
Damn, bro.
And, bro, she literally, so if I could paint a picture, right? It's a stage, and then it's kind of in a corner. So this is the stage. Up here is a bigger main stage. So she's kind of in the corner. This is the crowd. This is the crowd, right? So it's her stage facing this way, crowd, main stage, and then over here is like a beer tent. All over here is like a beer tent, food, another bar, all this way. There was people, here's her stage. There was people all this way, probably halfway. The bar goes probably to Jared, right? It's far as fuck. All that full of people. All in front of her stage, full of people. All this is her stage. This stage up here, the Amex stage is what it was, all full of people. There's a hill that goes down. There's a little space between stage. All full of fucking people. There was a fucking sea of people. And I got stuck in there, and it was fucking madness. But, dude, she brought out the most people
I saw a picture of
all
that shit.
weekend.
That shit
There's
was
no
crazy.
way. Mumford & Sons, Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses was a big crowd.
She's one of the most
Cardi was
relevant
a big
artists right now.
crowd.
She has one of the biggest hits that anybody listens to.
Bro,
Yeah.
she... Yeah,
Oh,
they
you
fuck.
know,
I
all
hope.
Her hit is
I
current.
hope that
It's
they put her
current
on
as
a
fuck.
bigger
Current.
stage next weekend.
But it's not. That song came out in 2017. The song that everybody's playing on the radio right now came
Yeah,
out in
I know.
2017.
Yeah.
I know that's just wild as fuck. And honestly, it's a banger.
That's dope
about-
though.
I like her
That's
music.
awesome
No,
for her.
dude, I'm
It's
so
one-
fucking happy for her.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck
yeah.
yeah, dude. She's fucking killing it. My only thing was like, I wish they need to put her on. They need to put her like on the AMAC, the bigger stage.
Yeah, for
sure.
real. I mean,
She would
I'm-
fill that bitch up, no fucking question. And there's always more people that come second weekend. But yeah, dude, dude, it was nuts fucking seeing that. Yeah, dude, I was like, dude, fucking good for her, dude. Like, she's fucking bringing the most people out of all these motherfuckers. Good for fucking her.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all, bro. Dude, that crowd. Oh man, that crowd.
I
was-
can't say though that I worked at Wonder Bar and they play that song maybe like 3 or 4 times a day.
And it gets lit
And
every time.
I can't stand Lizzo.
Unfortunate.
Well, you're probably getting that shit shoved down your throat, though.
Yeah, I'm like every time a song comes on,
I hate
it's
that.
really painful, honestly.
Dude, I really hate that because as a DJ and like a lover of music, I hate
Played out.
played good songs. Like Bad and Bougie, dude. Bad and Bougie is such a good song.
Bro, I feel like
And
that
it was
that
so
never got old for me.
overplayed.
I fucking turn up
Nah,
that shit every
no,
time.
that shit got
I
old.
would play that shit right now.
But see, the thing is, like, I love the thing that I hate that it gets overplayed, but I love when it gets overplayed and then it dies down a little bit and then you hear it again and it's like, yo.
Yeah, that was about.
I hate that music has to go through that, but like I just hate it, especially with the radio. Like it gets shoved down your throat,
Right.
and you're like, dude, this is such a fucking banger, but you just hear it so much you get fucking tired of it.
Like, this song sucks.
Yeah. All right, fellas,
All right.
let's wrap it up. The
It's
live
fun.
video is in.
Out.
The most
Has been
valuable
fun.
Kuna
The
Lakai,
most
Weird City,
valuable.
Jay Crouch, episode
it out.
3.
Weird
Check
City
us out.
Studio.
Yes, sir.
Chill.
No, I don't want to delete this video. Why would I want to do that? I'm gonna share it to my story. Hey.
Talk about Kim real quick with that post. Oh my goodness.
I told her I can't see her face.